What's up, guys? Ownedbytamater here, and today I'm playing some Capture the Flag, and the strategy that I use could be kind of considered camping, but basically what I'm doing is I'm kill whoring around like the high traffic areas of their spawn. They spawn back by that power plant behind this building a little ways, and there's basically three ways to get past here. One is on the back side of this building, one is up through the middle, and one is to the far end by the greenhouse. And so by kind of chilling here, camping it a little bit, I'm eliminating two of the three ways they can get to our flag. And if one does get to our flag and starts running it back, then two of the three ways he can go I have covered. So most likely I can get him before he caps the flag. Even if he goes the far way to the greenhouse, I can probably get to their flag before they get all the way around. My kill streak setup for this game was 357, UAV, Predator Missile, and Harrier. That's just my basic setup for mosh pit games because I never really know when we're going to get thrown into a search and destroy, and I'd rather have a UAV for search than a AC-130 or chopper gunner that I'm most likely not going to get. Using this method, it puts really big defense on your flag, but it can make it a little bit harder for your teammates to go and get their flag and get it out of there. Because if you're kind of trapping them to their spawn area a little bit, then whenever your teammates run to their flag, then some of them are probably going to be spawning by them, and it'll just be easier to pick off your teammate. But if you do manage to get the flag out of their spawn like AD22OK does right here, then you're pretty much in the clear because they're still all back at their spawn and you're just booking it up the middle. This works really well for me, and on the next round a little bit I might overdo it a little bit with my kill whoring, but whenever it comes down to it, I realize that I need to go cap the flag and not just get some kills. Lately, I've been thinking about professional gaming and casual gaming and my opinions on them and everything. Me myself, I'm a casual gamer, and I don't really think I'd ever do too good in a really competitive professional environment. Just I don't know. Some people have a lot more skill level than I do, and whenever trash talk starts, it can throw me off my game pretty good. That's why I usually mute everybody on the other team, and most of the time on my team. Part of it so I can sound whore and just listen for footsteps, and the other part is basically I don't want people talking trash to me because it just throws me off my zone on anything, and I just do terribly. Like, I go terribly negative whenever I get really frustrated. So I don't think I'd ever do too great in a really competitive environment. But my question of the day today is, what are your thoughts and opinions on professional gaming and getting paid to play games? Because here lately, gaming's been getting a little bit bigger in the professional category. I mean, a few years ago, you would never find people making commentaries for money, getting a pretty good pay for going to tournaments and just playing a game they're really good at for money. You just wouldn't find that very much. And now you got people at Machinima making money for doing commentaries, and people going to tournaments and showing their skill and making a pretty good living just because they can play games well. I personally think it'd be really cool just to be able to play games all day. But another question is, how do you guys think you really get started in it? Do you have to live in a big city or town where there's big video game tournaments, or could you live in a smaller town and get known some other way? And on the subject of video games and being pretty big into them and playing them a whole lot, For any of my viewers that play an incredible amount of time, like I play quite a bit, and I'm just wondering how do you guys tell your friends or your peers or whatever, or do you just kind of keep it on the down low and just like go to school and everything, and or work if you're older, and just live regularly and then come home and just play a whole lot? I don't tell too many people that I do commentaries or that I even actually play video games a whole lot. They kind of have to find out on their own. I definitely don't ever bring it up, and if they bring it up, I'll talk about it. But I feel nerdy talking to a computer about a video game, so I don't mention it too regularly. Maybe every now and again with one of my really good friends, but for the most part, I just let people think whatever they want. Because how do you really explain being so into video games that you record yourself playing and then you talk about it and then upload it to the internet, or make montages, or just even play a whole lot? How do you explain that without people thinking that's really weird? Because I don't think people that aren't really into them that much would really understand like where you're coming from, how you spend so much time on them, and all of that business. So basically, I'm like a really bad Miley Cyrus cliche, in that I go to school and I talk about sports, music, whatever really comes up, and then I come home and it's intense, hardcore video game, sit on my butt time. So basically an update on the gameplay if you haven't really been paying too much attention. We're down by 1. At the end of the first round, they capped 1 for the lead, barely, with like 10 seconds to spare maybe, and no one's managed to cap 1 this round at all. There's about like 2 minutes 20 seconds left, and I've been doing a little bit of an embarrassing camp off in this little building, and I told you I was kill horn a little too much. I was basically just trying to get a Harrier in the air and get some air support up in the sky and kind of calm down their team a little bit. But whenever I went back and looked at it, I could have been going for the flags for quite a while. Whenever I wasn't, I was just trying to get all their little campers that thought they were good with their snipers, hard scoping everywhere. One of my teammates calls in a UAV, and I see that there's no one really around their flag. And I think my train of thought was wait for this guy to get a little bit closer with the flag and then kill him and return ours. But I wait a really long time, and then my teammate goes ahead and gets him. And then I see that they're spawning over by that shack area, and I push a little bit closer to it, and my teammate grabs a flag, and I try and put up some defense here, but I don't know why they would jump off this side. I do get a couple people and pick up a Predator missile, then run to get somebody with an actual gun, so I don't have to use my akimbo USPs for too long. And Adrian drops a flag, and instead of grabbing theirs, we're running out of time, and instead of grabbing theirs, I guess I decided to call in my air support, which might have helped us because I got a double kill on the guy that picked up our flag. So whenever I went for the flag, my teammate grabbed it, and I was gonna run and be his front defense while he ran a little bit behind me, but he got sniped out, and I was watching the clock, and I didn't have time to take out the sniper and then grab the flag, so I just grabbed it and went for a prayer, kind of like a Hail Mary in football. I just grabbed it and ran. I got there with like 2 seconds left, and we go into overtime. For anyone that's ever played Capture the Flag in overtime, it's incredibly dumb. Basically, me and Adrian put on Marathon Lightweight and just went on an all-out rush for their flag, because all you have to do is lay down on it. They had like 4 guys around it. I just ran, laid down, and game over. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember to comment, rate, and thumbs up. No. Remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. Thank you guys.